The book is here. The book is here, my friend. I'm so excited to announce that my new book, my first book, Be Seen, Find Your Voice, Build Your Brand, Live Your Dream, is officially available for pre-order. Oh my gosh, such an exciting moment. And I'm so grateful that you are hearing this because it means that you can go pre-order and get some of my really dope bonuses. Now, I love to incentivize people to take action fast because momentum begets momentum. So I want you to go and pre-order. And when you do, head on over to jengottlieb.com/beseen and put in your order information so you can get the bonuses for pre-ordering. The bonuses are amazing. First, immediately you're going to get the recording of me reading the introduction and the first chapter to the book. So you can listen to the intro and the first chapter before anybody else. And it's me reading it, so you're going to get a lot of different little behind the scenes nuggets. You'll also get a special invite to my very first Manifestation Masterclass virtual event. Now, this is a 2-hour virtual event that I'm going to do where it's the first time I've ever taught manifestation in that kind of atmosphere where it's a place where you can ask me questions and we're together on Zoom. It's going to be epic. So everybody that pre-orders is going to get an opportunity to join me for that manifestation masterclass. So I can't wait to see you there. I'm so excited for you to get the book in your hands and for you to get those amazing bonuses. So go on over to jengottlieb.com/beseen and order your book wherever you want to order it from, but put that order number into the website so you can get the bonuses. Go do it. I dare you. Can't wait to hear what you think. If you're the type of person that absolutely loves what you do, it's okay to make work part of your life and to not have necessarily traditional work-life balance, but to have work-life integration. I'm finally giving myself permission to own the fact that I love the game. I want to do my business. That's what's fun for me. I love the game of business. Own the fact that you love the game.
What if today was the day that you dared yourself to do what you've always wanted? Welcome to the I Dare You podcast. I'm your host, Jen Gottlieb, and together we're going to step outside of our comfort zones and into our best lives, one dare at a time. So come on, I dare you to dive right on in.
Hello, family. Welcome back to the I Dare You podcast. I ran to my closet, picked up the microphone, and wanted to just sit here and talk about this one topic because it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I'm feeling this, then everybody's feeling this that listens to my pod or that listens to my content. And I need to bring up this topic. So here's my question for you. Do you ever get uncomfortable when somebody you're around says to you, what are you doing for vacation? You work so hard. When are you going to take some time off? When are you going to relax? What do you do for fun? Are you going to go away this summer? Are you going to take a break from work? What are you doing to just relax and chill? You should really not work so hard. You're going to burn yourself out. And oh, okay. So if you're listening to that right now and you're like, yes, Jen, okay, yes, people ask me that all the time. Here's my second question. Do you ever feel like you are lying to them when you respond? Because I have found myself responding to these people with agreeing with them. Like, yeah, you're right. I usually should take some time off. We're going to find some time to vacation. And really in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I don't really need to take time off. Like that would kind of bore me. I really love what I'm doing and it really excites me. And I'm not the person that wants to go away and sit on a beach for a full week and not work. Like my dream vacation is actually sitting on a beach and working at the same time. And working actually fuels me. It doesn't drain me. Is that weird? I see that all in my mind or maybe after the fact, but during the conversation, I'll find myself saying exactly what I think that person wants me to hear. Like, oh yeah, we're going to find somewhere to go and we're going to take some time off. And trust me, I will find time to get away, but I don't really mean that. And I'm kind of sick and tired of having that conversation and not being true to myself and not giving myself permission to just own the fact that I kind of love the game and that this is my hobby. And whenever people ask me, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? And I have to sit and pause and really think. And I'm like, well, I like to work out. I like to go on walks. And I really love to work. Like I really love to work. And working in I guess, normal world, right? Like maybe not in the entrepreneurial space or the like overachiever space, you know what I mean? But in the normal world that we live in, working gets a bad rap. And everybody wants to work less, I guess. Or maybe this is just a messaging that the world is telling us, and there are secretly a lot of people like me that aren't sharing the fact that they absolutely love to work and it's one of their hobbies and and they love it. And I would love for more people to own the fact that work is fun if you love what you do. And some people are not lucky enough or blessed enough or are at the place yet where they absolutely love what they do or doing something that they love. And if you're one of those people, keep listening to the podcast, keep consuming the content, keep taking action one step at a time, keep understanding and knowing that you will eventually find that thing if you keep taking action towards it and you're on your way. So that's what I would have to say to you. But if you're like me and you just genuinely love your job and you love working and you don't want someone to force you into relaxation or force you to have a hobby other than your job, I want you to take a deep breath and exhale because I'm with you, and not just me, but I have a group of friends that are also with you in this. And this thought to do this podcast really came out of this girls trip that I did. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I went away with a couple of my friends. Was there 5 or 6 of us? And they're all entrepreneurs and they all really love what they do. And they all are pretty successful women. And we decided we were going to go on vacation together. But of course, a vacation with women like this doesn't ever turn into just like a vacation where you're sitting around drinking cocktails or mocktails or whatever you drink and eating food and laying on the beach and reading romance novels or whatever you read or listening to music or going out and partying and dancing all night. That might be a really fun vacation for some people, but for us, that kind of vacation is just a waste of time for us and just sounds kind of awful. So we all agreed that we would go on a girls trip, but our girls trip would be doing our favorite things. Going to a nice hotel and sitting at that hotel in the lobby or by the pool or wherever or over lunch and masterminding our businesses. And not being ashamed of the fact that a dream vacation for us is just that, is dreaming big and giving each other advice and helping each other with our problems in our businesses and thinking up ideas and talking about each other's launches for our certain courses or products or books or giving each other ideas or helping each other figure out problems that are going on in their business. That is so freaking fun. And we're all sitting around and we had this aha moment together when we were like, we were scheduling this and we wanted to make sure that it was super clear to everybody what the intention was for the trip, which is really interesting because sometimes you'll go on a trip and not everybody knows what the intention is. Like if you go on a trip with a group of people and some people think you're going to relax and maybe some people think that maybe there'll be some business talk, but maybe some people don't and they don't want to talk business at all. And then everyone's not in alignment on what the vacation is about. So right when we got there, and actually before we got there, we had this conversation too, but right when we got there, we sat down and we're like, let's create an agenda for our time together so that everybody is in alignment and knows that we are here to talk business during this time and maybe talk, about other things or have free time during this time. And it's really intentional. We were sitting around, we're like, are we crazy for doing this? Is this weird? But we were all just so grateful that we were really clear and communicative about what we wanted to get out of the trip. It was so amazing and refreshing. And then when we were talking about business, we were like so lit up. We could have gone for hours and hours and hours talking about business. That's like, anytime the topic went to something else, we'd probably always bring it back to business. And I'm not saying that you all need to do that. That might not be fun for you at all. But I'm sharing this with you because if you're the type of person that absolutely loves what you do and it's your hobby, it's okay to make work part of your life and to not have necessarily traditional work-life balance, but to have work-life integration and to own the fact that you love the game. And Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this a lot. He's like, I don't want to go skiing. I don't want to go play golf. I want to do my business. That's what's fun for me. I love the game of business. It's fun for me. And I'm finally giving myself permission to own the fact that I love the game. And like me and all my girlfriends, like I've finally found girlfriends that also are in alignment with that. So we bond over the fact that we all love the game, and business is like our, I guess, what some other women would call their nightclub or their whatever. Like some women play cards, or some women go and ski, or some women go and do Soul Cycle together, which we would do, but we would probably go to do Soul Cycle or a workout class together and then right after be masterminding our businesses. But if you can give yourself permission to just allow yourself to love the game, and if someone comes to you and they're like, you should maybe relax, or you're working too hard, or you should take a vacation, what if you just own the fact, be like, oh, well, I absolutely love what I do. And so I don't really feel like I need to relax. I would, yeah, we might go away, but we're going to be like talking about work, and that's what I love, and just own it. And be unapologetic about the fact that you're not like the necessarily like majority of the people on this planet, and you really love to work, and that's okay. It's okay. And you're not going to get burnt out as long as what you do energizes you. And for me, I think that I would get burnt out a lot quicker being stuck, or like laying on the couch for too long, or not being really productive in the ways that make me feel like I'm growing. If I had to go on vacation and lay around on a beach for 2 weeks, I would feel probably very drained and not motivated and not very happy. Just because what I like to do is come up with ideas and grow. And even so, if I am laying on the beach, it's usually accompanied by listening to a podcast that is going to inspire me, or reading a book that's an entrepreneurial book or a personal development book, or journaling and writing down ideas, or coming up with a new idea for a business. Like, that's fun for me. That's the game. And it's okay if you are also like that. And we don't need to downplay that anymore. Let's remove that. Let's stop downplaying that. Let's stop pretending that we really want to take a break. And we can own the fact that, like, yeah, like every once in a while, I'll take some time, of course, to spend time with my family. And yes, that's all great. But like, I really love what I do, and it excites me. It's one of my hobbies. And it's okay not to have a bazillion things other than work that that you love to do. I think a lot of people get very stuck on, oh my gosh, I don't have hobbies. I need to have a hobby. I need to really like pottery or crafting or skiing or golf or tennis or something that's totally different than work. And I've seen quite a few people try to throw themselves into a hobby that's different from work, and they just don't feel good about it, and they're forcing themselves to do it. If that's you and it doesn't feel right, and you would rather be working on your business, and you do genuinely love work, give yourself permission to let that be your unique, authentic self. And allow yourself to love the game. Allow yourself to be driven. Allow yourself to push hard. Allow yourself to put the work in a way that other people won't. If that's not you, that's cool. Like, to each his own. I respect and appreciate everybody for what they love to do. But what I'm saying here in this podcast is, if you're anything like me and you absolutely love the game of business, of growth, of achievement and accomplishment, and that's what you love, you don't have to downplay that to make other people feel more comfortable. You can speak your truth. You can say, oh, I don't even know. Like me and Chris, I don't think we're going on vacation this summer. I think we're going to be really working really hard because I have a book coming out. We've got a big event coming up, and we're going to work a lot. We're going to go for a lot of walks together. We're going to maybe go for a few we go on our date nights every week, and that's fun. We love that. We're going to be traveling for work and speaking, but we're going to be working really hard all summer. And that's exciting. And I can't wait to do that. And that's really fun for me. And that's A-okay. So give yourself permission to love the game if that's what you love. If you don't, that's cool too. And give yourself permission to do other things and find that work-life balance. And some people are unbelievably happy having their 9 to 5 and then having a really, really impactful family life or life outside of work. And that's fabulous. That's amazing. Whatever makes you happy. It should be equal for the people that really love to work and they own it and they shouldn't be shamed for it. And people that love to have that work-life balance and love to just, relax and do other things and have other hobbies, they shouldn't be shamed for that. So my dare for you today is, if you're in alignment with what I'm saying and you have been downplaying the fact that you really enjoy work and that it's something that you would rather be doing than vacationing or barbecuing or laying by the pool for a really long period of time, and you really do want to spend the summer working and getting ideas and masterminding and maybe going on intentional trips with your friends where you come up with really creative ideas and build businesses and mastermind and brainstorm, then be okay with allowing that to be your truth. Be okay with sharing that with people. It just might give other people permission to do the same. Let's not be closeted work lovers. Let's be loud and proud about it. Let's be tigers and enjoy the fact that this is something that we really love and that we're passionate about. It's actually a hobby, and that is A-okay. So my dare for you is to give yourself permission to love the game. If you enjoyed this podcast and you agree with me and you're on board, I want you to send me a message, DM me, let me know, share it with somebody that you think would appreciate it. And if you disagree with me, I want to hear from you as well. Or you have another opinion, share about it. Connect with me, DM me, share it with somebody that you love. Let's start a conversation. I'm so grateful for you that you take time to listen to this podcast. And I seriously love you. I don't take it lightly that you've spent the last 20 minutes with me or so. And I can't wait to see you next week on another episode of I Dare You.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the I Dare You podcast. I'm so grateful you chose to spend this time with me, but I'm even more grateful for your future self that you are building one dare at a time. So my first dare for you is to subscribe to the show and then share it with a friend who you think needs to step a little bit more outside their comfort zone and into their best lives. They'll thank you for it. I'll see you next time on the I Dare You podcast.